Meghan Markle really has a talent for making everything about herself. No matter where she is, who she's with, or what the event is supposed to celebrate, she somehow manages to step right into the center of it all. And I'm not just saying that. These are her real me first moments caught right there on camera. The last one, oh trust me, it'll leave your jaw hanging. It all started with that royal car moment. Meghan, newly part of the royal circle, walked toward the car as if she was about to enter before the Queen. Before the Queen! Everyone watching just froze! A guard quickly stepped in, stopping her so Her Majesty could go first. But then, as the Queen paused to speak to a staff member, Meghan leaned forward again, ready to go in. It was awkward, tense, and so uncomfortable to watch. The Queen, ever so gracious, eventually let her enter first, but the damage was done. That one small act showed Meghan struggling to understand, maybe even respect, basic royal etiquette. Then came the Commonwealth Service moment, where Meghan just couldn't resist grabbing the spotlight. She literally jumped chairs to move ahead of Sophie, Countess of Wessex, and Prince Edward. Can you imagine? It was so blatantly obvious just so she could be in front of the cameras. The BBC even had to remove that part from the official broadcast because it looked that bad. Sophie, being the classy woman she is, just stood there letting Meghan have her way. Meghan didn't need to pull that stunt, but she did anyway, because apparently protocol means nothing when the camera's rolling. And during a royal visit, Meghan and Harry decided to step ahead right toward the area where the crown jewels were displayed without authorization. A royal aide immediately intercepted them and stopped them in their tracks until the King and Queen went first. And just moments later, Princess Catherine walked through the same area with absolute grace, following the Queen's lead perfectly. That one contrast said it all.
I feel that Meghan Markle actually invited herself to this Paris Fashion Week show earlier this month. Now, the Balenciaga designer has claimed that she reached out and she said she would love to come to the show.
Catherine looked like she was born for the role, while Meghan just looked lost. Or maybe determined to outshine everyone, even if it meant breaking rules. But Meghan's obsession with the spotlight doesn't stop there. Oh no. During that so-called Nigeria tour, she stood directly in front of Harry, blocking him completely. You could see everyone on stage glance at each other like, is this really happening? Harry had to gently nudge her to the side, but she planted her feet and refused to move. The woman beside Harry looked visibly annoyed, yet Meghan didn't care. Even at an event meant for both of them, she stood like the star, and poor Harry looked more like her stagehand. And this isn't a one-time thing, it's a pattern. Meghan's been caught on camera multiple times pulling Harry along or sliding herself to the front. It's like she's battling for center stage every single time. Instead of confidence, it gives off this desperate energy, like she can't stand not being seen. Remember Fashion Week? It was supposed to be a celebration of fashion, elegance, and art. But Meghan wasn't there for that. She just wanted to be the center of it all, craving that spotlight. It was never about fashion, it was about Meghan. And when that didn't get her the attention she wanted, she went a step further. She visited her mother-in-law's death site and made a video there. Let that sink in. Harry has been through years of therapy trying to cope with his mother's death, and Meghan used that sacred ground for her own attention. She got the spotlight all right, but not the kind anyone would want. It was pure, cold, negative publicity, and she didn't seem to mind one bit. Then came the One Young World Summit. Meghan was supposed to highlight young global leaders and their achievements, but guess what? She turned the whole thing into a monologue about herself. In a 7-minute speech, she mentioned herself 34 times. 34! Instead of celebrating youth, it became the Meghan Show. She even talked about keeping her name card as proof that she belonged there. Proof? It sounded more like she was begging for validation than inspiring anyone. By the end, people were whispering that it felt more like a personal brand pitch than a global summit speech.
So overwhelmed by this experience, I think I even saved my little paper place card that said my name on it. Proof that I was there, and proof that I belonged. Because the truth was, I wasn't sure that I belonged. I was so nervous.
It was awkward, forced, and undeniably self-centered. And then came the moment that left everyone shaking their heads. Invictus Games 2023. Meghan Markle marching right in front of wounded veterans. Veterans who gave their everything for their country. I mean, how do you even justify that? Was it an accident? A misunderstanding? No, because it's Meghan, and she has to lead the parade, even if she hasn't earned the right. People were fuming, asking online, what has she done to deserve being in front of them? And as if that wasn't enough, at another event, she shoved her way to the front again, just to be seen. The cameras caught every second of it, the looks of shock, disbelief, and yes, a bit of pity. It screamed desperation. She wanted the attention so badly, but instead, people just cringed. Fast forward to Nigeria, May 2024. Meghan's hunger for the spotlight was out of control. A local royal tried to present a gift to Harry, but before he could even reach out, Meghan stepped in front of him and grabbed it herself. The presenter, completely stunned, quickly redirected the gift back to Harry. The look on Meghan's face, frozen smile, strained eyes, said everything. Everyone saw it, everyone talked about it. A total power move gone wrong. Then there was the polo match in Florida. After Harry's team won, Meghan was seen reaching for another player's trophy box during the photos. The player...
Really awkward encounter after she tried to join her husband and his polo teammates on stage after a match last week. Now, it's just so cringeworthy. I don't know why she's up there for...
Politely but firmly pulled it back. Meghan then awkwardly ducked under raised arms to stay in the frame. It was embarrassing. Even in someone else's moment of victory, she had to make sure she was in the shot. She just can't help herself. Even when it's not her win, she grabs at the spotlight like it's oxygen. Instead of looking supportive, it looked possessive, like she couldn't bear for the cameras to capture a happy moment that didn't include her. And it doesn't end there. At the Royal Salute Polo Challenge, after Harry's team took home another win, Meghan was caught ordering Dr. Sophie Chandala, the charity chairwoman, to move aside. Meghan literally told her to stand beside her instead of next to Harry during the trophy presentation. She wanted that perfect center spot for the photo. So Dr. Sophie, shocked but polite, stepped aside. Meghan got her center position and her camera moment. Such a great day. But people weren't fooled. That one act spoke volumes. It wasn't about the charity. It wasn't about Harry's achievement. It was about Meghan's photo op. Always front and center, always the star of her own show. And let's not forget the 2018 British Fashion Awards. Guests were stunned when Meghan just took over the presenting duties from Rosamund Pike in the middle of the show. The whole event had been rehearsed, organized, and scheduled, but Meghan, she waltzed right up, unannounced, and claimed the spotlight like it was her birthright. Organizers were scrambling backstage, trying to adjust the program as Rosamund awkwardly stepped aside. It was pure chaos, but Meghan was glowing. For her, that's all that mattered. The lights, the eyes, the moment. So which of these moments shocked you the most? Was it the car with the Queen, the Veterans March, or that frozen smile in Nigeria? Tell us in the comments below, because honestly, Meghan's Me First moments just keep getting harder to watch. And something tells me this isn't the last we've seen of them.